All right, here we are back at Cavan. So we're gonna do another video. Spent the night last night. It was great, beautiful night. Slept great. So made a poultice for my arms because my arms got badly burned. So just mud and water. Same thing with this one. Call me Matrix from Predator. I'm Arnold, covered in mud, so the Predator won't see me. Alright, so we're gonna go back and we're gonna go do the back side of the lake. So we're gonna go do the back side of the lake today. A part of the lake I was gonna do yesterday and do the video of it, and I'm gonna take you right to the old dam that's out there. It's just a small dam for filling the coffers for farming and stuff, for irrigation for the farms. So when I come back, we'll be in the kayak and we'll be on our way. All right, here we go. So I got the right gear today. I got my tripod, my handheld tripod, because yesterday I was just using my phone and I have medical tape on it. Kind of reminds me of one of those dudes that breaks his glasses and puts medical tape on them to fix them. That's what my phone looks like. So yeah, believe it or not, it's geeked right up. That's good though. So we're just gonna head around to the other side here and bring you guys around to go check it out here. Just absolute beautiful day. Another beautiful day. When we come back, we'll be on the other side of the lake. All right, so way over there, I try to get the bow into the, sorry, I need to buy a GoPro. So if you look way over there, some huge swans. Honestly, don't know how close I could get to them. I don't really want to bother them. They're so beautiful just to watch. So you guys can see them there to the right of the screen. That was zoomed in pretty far. We're just heading on to the other side of the lake now. All right, coming back. So this is where we went yesterday, straight right there, where we went into the crevasse. And today what we're gonna do, yeah, I'm a heavy breather. Today what we're gonna do is we're gonna go around this way, and we're gonna go all the way around. There's an old dam down over there. It's just a stone dam, I think, with just a lever on it to let water in and out. And there's some more giant pelicans over there, so maybe we'll get a better view when we get up a little bit closer. All right, so over there you can see the giant pelicans. I think they're having a party with the geese and the seagulls. It's a bird party. See if I can zoom in. There you go. Pretty big birds. Yeah, those are the pelicans. Sorry, it's moving all over the place. I'm in a kayak, don't forget. And I'm zoomed in. Anyway, those are the pelicans. So we're gonna continue on down that way into the sun. And guess what I forgot? My sunglasses. So this is gonna be fun. I don't know how close to them I could get. I'm not gonna tempt fate. I think I'll just stay about 100 feet away. They're cool to look at. I think they're from Reeser Lake. Like, they're kingpin seagulls coming to check me out. It's like, you okay, boys? All right, further down. So talking to some people out here at Cavan Lake, the one guy I was talking to the other day, he said that the water used to be up that high. I still zoomed in. Sorry guys. Still zoomed in. Okay. So right here in front of me, where this ridge is, that's got to be from the water to the top 15 or 20 feet, maybe 15 feet. So this lake was 15 feet higher, probably 50, 60 years ago. I don't think it was this low ever, well, until recently, because I'm not gonna say it, temperatures rise in summertime, and this is the kind of stuff that happens, I guess. You can see the trees just growing out of the water over here. They're actually growing, they have buds on them and they're sprouting. It's cool. Cool to see that. And up on the other side there is the campground. This is the back side of the campground. And the dam is straight into the sun. Or it's that way by where that farm is up on the hill. Just saw a couple of girls on horses. They were on horseback as I was launching the kayak. Nice horses. I'm assuming that's probably where they're from. You hear all the ducks. And I did some research too on my phone. Google education. So anyway, those black ducks that we saw yesterday mixed in with all the seagulls and stuff like that, apparently they're an American black duck. That's what they're called. And they only stop over here while they're migrating or during mating season or whatever. And the white-headed or the black-headed white ducks, they're called the bufflehead. That's what kind of ducks those are. And there's different species of buffleheads, and there's mallards here. Those were the only ducks I could see up here yesterday. Yeah, so we're gonna get on our way. I don't think I'm gonna go down to the dam. I think I'm just gonna go down up along the shoreline and make a bee line back to camp, because it's already almost 7 o'clock p.m. Sun's still up a ways, but without bringing my sunglasses, it's incredibly bright off the water. Whew. Last thing I want is a sunburn on my eyes. That's never fun. Eyeball burn. But yeah, so we'll come back here in a little bit. All right, had to make a stop. I saw something on the shore. Just a bag of Salt Tech. I'm assuming it's salt for somebody probably dropped a bag of salt down here for deer, like mineral salts. I have no idea. Or it could just be a de-icer type of salt that blew away from the campground or whatever, all the way over to here. I had to come through the trees. I think it's so cool going through the trees. Kayaking through the trees is just, it's fun. I love it. Love it, I love it, I love it. But yeah, so that was fun to do. Gonna head down just a little bit further. We're way on the back side of the campground now. The campground is like that way. Way up that way. So we'll go down a little bit further and then we'll start heading back. As it's evening, but it's such a beautiful evening. I look forward to paddling a little more and getting back to camp for ice cold step 2 I've got waiting for me in the cooler. All right, we'll bring it back in a little bit. We'll go through the trees just because it's so friggin' fun. I love it. Here we go. Ah, trees. All right, who can clearly, honestly tell me you've ever kayaked through trees before? Sounds crazy. It is crazy. Oh, I'm not hung up. Just trees love me here. It's fun. I can honestly say I've never kayaked through trees before. This is definitely a first time. Quite the experience for sure. I'm kayaking with one hand. A one-handed kayaker. This is the other side, so this is the far end of the lake. I'm not going to go any further. I'm going to head back. Because I wanted to do this video to show you guys the other side of the lake, because I never got down here yesterday. But yeah, you can see in the water. I don't know if you guys can see, but there's grass growing here. As like I said, this is usually not underwater, and the trees that we went through, like we're probably 8 feet of water up here. Oh yeah, and I was gonna tell you, bow of my pelican. That's why the pelicans aren't afraid, because I'm in a pelican. Mwahaha. Sneaky, sneaky. That's why they didn't fly away. All right, I'm gonna go through these trees here, just for giggles and laughs. So cool. Yeah, that's a thorn tree. Yeah, we don't want to go through that one. That's not cool. And here we are, shitting, sneaking up on me. Ooh, you can hear it tearing at my vest there. Whatever, it is what it is. It's fun. As long as you don't take one in the eye. It's all fun and games till someone loses an eye, right? You see the trees got buds growing on them there? Crazy. And this is the backside of Cavan Lake here. Way down over there, and then there's the road. So where the telephone poles are, that's Range Road 40. That gets you off Highway 1 to Cavan Lake in southern Alberta. Nice big farm over there on the hill. They got a gorgeous house, huge, millionaire city. But you know, I respect them. They totally deserve it. They work hard and they play hard. You know, that's what they do. They're ranchers. That's the economy out here, ranching and oil and gas and farming. All right, we're gonna head back to get the kayak out of the water and get this mud off my arms, so that probably looks ridiculous. At least the sunburn don't hurt, which is good. So, but yeah, we'll come back here in a bit. I'm gonna see how close I can get to the pelicans, and I'll bring you guys back. All right, so we're coming up on those pelicans, and again I'm paddling one-handed because I want to see how close I can get before they decide they want to take off. They're beautiful. They're huge. Don't worry, pelicans. I'm a pelican. I've never heard the noise these birds make. See, a couple of friendly little seagulls over there. French fry stealers. I don't think they're too worried, because I think they go out into Reeser Lake, and I think they see quite a lot of boats out in Reeser. Wow, look at them. Just so majestic. They're so beautiful. Maybe they aren't pelicans. Maybe those are storks. I don't know. Those are the storks that deliver your babies. They're like, no, put this out of here. See, they're smart. They're not even going to go into that place I was in yesterday. Oh, it's funny. I was going to mention about this, the crevice place there. Straight ahead. I've seen cows. I've seen cattle walking right on the edge of that, and I wondered to myself yesterday, I wonder how many cattle have ever rolled down that hill. I mean, can you imagine? Moo, dunk, dunk, splash. And they're so damn heavy, I don't know how they'd get out of there because the bottom's all silty. Yeah, maybe they swim. I have no idea. I've never seen a cow swim. If you guys have seen a cow swim, leave me a note in the comments, or send me pictures in the comments of cows swimming. All right, this is as close as we're gonna get. All right, so we're gonna head on down the road. We're gonna gonna go all the way back around and load up the kayak, get this mud off my arms, and head on back to camp. Lots of seagulls out here. Thousands of seagulls out here. They're not afraid. They're like, well, if he croaks, we can eat him. Yeah, smart me, I got a life jacket on, so yeah, I guess I'll be picking my bones for a while, hey? Because nobody's ever going to find me out here. I'm all by myself. Which, word of advice to all you guys, YouTubers and stuff, and friends. Never go boating or kayaking alone. I do it because I'm experienced, and I'm a very capable swimmer. I'm not too worried about flipping the kayak over and going for a dive. I grew up in canoes and kayaks. I was in Scouts and have kayaked all over the Great Lakes area and canoed and stuff like that. And so I'm pretty well balanced in a kayak and in a canoe. I proved that last summer to my son because I rented a canoe out at Spruce Coulee, and it was a Cadillac. That thing was probably like, I don't know, 16 feet long, 17 feet long, and I was in the back of the kayak because obviously you sit in the back to steer, to do your J-stroke to keep going straight, and the bow was up out of the water, and here I am back in the stern, and got all the way down to the other end of Spruce Coulee, and the wind picked up. I'm in a 16-foot aluminum kayak, you know, so I'm paddling, and wind picked me up, spun me right back around. It took me about 20 minutes to paddle to the other end of Spruce Coulee. It took me about a half an hour, 40 minutes to get back the opposite way in the wind. It was fun. It was quite the experience. I'm never doing it again. But my son was using my kayak, so I figured, you know, we went out there for the day, and it was really cool. We had a really good time. But my son was like, Dad, can we go home? You know, 15-year-olds, right? Teenagers. But yeah, so beautiful Cavan Lake. It's called Cavan Lake, but it's really just a reservoir for irrigation. It's a beautiful place, though. I love it out here. I could see how people can and do fall in love with the place. It's a pretty decent place to come, bring your family, you know, kids, grandkids and stuff like that out here. It's super quiet, and low to my right, I think I see a beaver. Right there in the water. I don't know if you guys can see him. I'll try to zoom in. He's right there in the water. It's a beaver for sure. You can see him just on the top of the water. So there's beavers in here too. He's a big one. But if I try to get any closer to him, he'll go right under. It's fun just to watch him. But anyways, guys, I'm gonna say farewell for now. He just went under, yeah. I'm gonna bid you all adieu and ciao. And like I say, be good to one another. Love one another. And I'll be back with another video probably next week. I'm not too sure exactly what we're gonna do next week. I'd like to find a different way to mount my camera onto my kayak so that I don't have to hold it. I mean, I don't mind, but it's a good thing I've been going to the gym, that's for sure, because I can one-hand it pretty easy. But yeah, we'll see you guys further down the road on YouTube, and onto the next adventure. Thanks guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. I know it wasn't much, but it was just to show this side of Cavan Lake that nobody ever really sees. I also found out an interesting tidbit too. I also found out that at Cavan Lake, they used to stock this lake with trout. So I know for sure there was trout in here. People say it's a dead lake. I struggle to believe that because fish can thrive. I'm following another YouTuber, a gentleman who I had talked back and forth to a little bit just recently here. And he said he used to fish this lake about 50, 60 years ago. and he does he's got a drone that he flew over Cavan Lake here, and on the other side of Cavan Lake, so like way over that way, all the way around by where I went in, he flew his drone all around over there, and there were some pretty deep holes that you could tell were in Cavan Lake here. This lake doesn't get totally empty. It does still have quite a bit of water in it, and fish are smart, especially trout. They're an incredibly smart species of fish, and they will survive because there's beavers out here. There's pelicans and storks or whatever they are out here. There's tons of ducks out here. There's tons of birds, which makes me believe there's food here. So, or else there wouldn't be as many fowl and things like that hanging around the lake. I'm sure they swim and bathe and probably drink it, but there's got to be fish in here. I believe it. And what I'm going to do next week is I'm going to come back out here with a fishing pole and some trout tackle, and we're going to see if there's trout in here. I guarantee you. And I think there's a granddaddy trout in here. There's a huge one in here waiting to be caught, and I'm going to catch him. But I'll make sure I'm yeah, pipe down over there, yous. I'll make sure I catch him and get that on video so that it's not a fishtail. You get it? It was this big, I swear to God, man. Yeah, no. So, yeah. See you guys next week. Until next time.